Jess here with your August 2020 reading. I forgot to do this last time, but I brought my quote book out. Just a reminder, you can check your sun, moon, rising sign if this doesn't resonate, and that will show you that maybe this energy is showing up in a different area of your life and outwardly in that sun energy. So just something to keep in mind. And you can also check out your stellium placement, your Venus, your Mars, and just see what's resonating. It'll help you choose your own adventure story. Anyways, so the quote for this month is, "What we hope ever to do with ease, we must first learn to do with diligence," by Samuel Johnson. So I will let you guys think about that while I start to shuffle, and I will meet you at your reading. Okay, so this is very interesting. We had the song Stand by Rascal Flatts come out in the Aries reading. That's why I just got a second one to see if we could like kind of, I don't know, clarify that in some way. So you guys are coming out in strong protector energy. I'm getting the energy of Kritika, Sun. Some of you guys have a lot of Kritika Nakshatra in your chart. This is the Sun ruled Nakshatra that goes from Aries to the beginning parts of Taurus. Shout out. I am a Kritika Sun in Vedic, on the Taurus side actually. So this is a Nakshatra associated with control and war and power. Now, I feel like the energy here could go either way, and that's why I feel like you're showing up kind of as the moon down here. This is major arcana. This is kind of the dark night of the soul. There is a certain haze, and I do feel like maybe you guys are, I want to say, a little bit paranoid that there's something that's not really going your way, or that there could be some kind of sabotage. I feel like you don't trust someone here. You don't trust someone's intentions, and this could be a person, this could be a group, but you are you're showing up as very moral. I feel like you're very concerned with some kind of morality. You have a lot of energy to push through something. Some of you guys, I feel like you're kind of feeling isolated. Some of you guys, this is like the end of a relationship, or it's this is interesting because we have the Queen of Pentacles as the subject of the reading. So for some of you guys, this is like a long-term partner. This is like a mother figure, and you're trying to step out in your own independence in some way. Possibly this deals with your career with the Sun card here. And then Messiah. I almost want to say Messiah complex. So maybe someone around you has a Messiah complex, or it's something you feel like you're on some kind of tear in some way to serve humanity. Or it's like some of you guys are just feeling really alone, and you feel like you don't have anybody to turn to, but it's like energizing you, and it's something that you're trying to push through. So what's influencing you is the devil. There's some of you guys, this is a marriage falling apart, or something, a business arrangement that's falling apart, and you're really not trusting this person that you're dealing with. I feel like a lot of people are getting hit hard this month with something. So there is some kind of contract or contractual agreement, some kind of relationship that is possibly falling away, but there's distrust in it. You are confused, or you feel like you were snowed in some way. Also, like, there is a heavy focus on career or materialism or something like that coming through very strong as well. So we have, like, just in the center of this reading, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. So this is pretty big energy for you, Taurus. Let's see. So What is affecting this influence? We have the Hangman. Some kind of stagnancy, getting this, okay, looking at this from another angle. I feel like you guys, there could be a way that you're gathering information and you're definitely in your feelings about this. And I feel like it's making you distrustful. You guys, some of you guys, there's a relationship ending because we're leaving justice in the past. Which can be a relationship, you know? Playing fair. It's like, there's something about playing fair. I feel like you are in a very protective mode this month, Taurus. Like, you feel like you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your position. So I really want to read this. So first of all, I'll read Stand to you from Rascal Flatts. Because when push comes to shove, you taste what you're made of. You might bend till you break because it's all you can take. On your knees, you look up, decide you've had enough. You get mad, you get strong, wipe your hands, take it off, shake it off, then you stand. Okay, 1985, Bowling for Soup. Debbie just hit the... I really want to sing this because it's like, Debbie just hit the wall. It's very, like, jazzy. Okay, so there's... I hope this isn't offensive, okay? Debbie just hit the wall. She never had it all. 1 Prozac a day. Husband's a CPA. Her dreams went out the door when she turned 24. She was going to, and then this is a different verse, but she was going to be an actress. She was going to be a star. She was going to shake her ass on the hood of White Snake's car. That song, it's like a funny song, but it's a song about like getting swept up, and before you knew it, all the stuff that you wanted to do like kind of got away from you. So it's about being stuck in 1985. I feel like you guys, a lot of you were stuck in a relationship that you found like wasn't very fulfilling. So you're manifesting something different, something better. Some of you guys are like saying things like you're having some kind of outburst or something where you're saying things that, and again, I feel like your emotions are kind of affecting the situation. I think it's good advice to focus on yourself here. Okay, I feel like I'm doing a really bad job of explaining this, and it's been like this for me all week, so I apologize. Let me just back up and try to explain what I'm seeing more clearly. You guys are definitely in Critica energy. I feel like you feel ousted in some way. Some people could be gossiping about you. It's put you on the defense. And so some of you guys might find, because Critica is a malefic nakshatra in the sense that it's Brahmin caste, so it's very priestly, it's very moral, and it's very just. Critica always kind of feels like an outcast. It feels like an orphan. They usually get gossiped about. Now, either they get gossiped about because they are doing something wrong or not doing something wrong, because it's a malefic nakshatra. Any planets that you have in Critica or wherever Critica energy is influencing, you have to really nurture those planets towards their highest vibrational expression. So you yourself, your sun, your actions, the way you're showing up in the world, the way you're showing up in this relationship this month, because I'm getting for a lot of you guys, you're going to be able to identify what relationship this is. Okay, because I feel like it's long-standing and it hasn't been working out, and you feel like in order to gain some kind of stability, some kind of money, some kind of prestige or status, you have given up some kind of piece of your self-expression. Possibly that's just really like a benevolent part of your expression, and possibly you guys want to do more to serve humanity. But that aside, I feel like you guys are kind of on a mission to eradicate something from your life that you feel like hasn't really been working out, and something that you feel like has caused you harm. You might even feel like whatever this is, it's like they knew that it was going to happen and that you trusted the wrong people. In order to, I'm also getting the energy of like the Falgunis, which is, you know, living the good life. The sun is about that. A lot of planets are, because that's kind of what we want to do as people, is live the good life. It's just a matter of getting there. And so I feel like you're calling some kind of moral injustice out. I want to clarify this justice in the past position, because I really don't, justice in the past position sounds so bad to say. But I'm kind of getting that it's some kind of amicable union. Like there's some kind of amicable union and you're coming out swinging, like you're coming out fighting. Judgment. Yeah, so there's something that's fallen apart, and I feel like it's a happy home. I feel like a lot of you guys, this is the breakup of a long-term relationship here. Or a contract. So this could be business, this could be whatever. So you're really stepping out on your own, and you're not tolerating the nonsense. Critica, like I was saying before, they get very angry very quickly, but they usually calm down, but they can say things that other people can find very forceful. So that's why I feel like what's affecting the outcome of this situation is the Hangman. Pulling yourself away for a while, possibly getting away for a minute. You know, if you just take some time to breathe, try to look at the situation from all angles, and realizing where you could possibly lose energy. Also, possibly consulting with like a professional about the situation that can help you see this situation from a different perspective, a different angle. Also, travel is coming through. So I don't know if some of you guys have to travel for business or something, and that might be that's affecting the way that you're seeing something as well. Because in your near future, you kind of do have like this gathering of information. I feel like this is talking to a lawyer. This is trying to understand the lay of the land. And that's a big warning in these cards, is like, try to understand the lay of the land before you go reacting. Don't just react, you know? There are people around you that are going to help you. I feel like you guys like to surround yourself with very spiritual people who have like some kind of a moral compass. Perhaps you got snowed in this and you didn't realize exactly who or what you were dealing with, but you do now, and it's angering you. And rightly so. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like rightly so. Possibly with this Hangman, and you also have put away the computer. Working less and having more fun will help strengthen your relationship. So I don't know if this is a relationship that you want to save, but a lot of you guys have been in workaholic energy. The Sun can be a very workaholic, kind of self-centered energy, not in a bad way, but just very self-focused and very self-sovereign and self-driven. And perhaps like the love stuff has been a little bit on the back burner. So for some of you guys, it's like you're starting to have fights with significant other over work, over like, you know, your goals or something like that. So what I find this very telling that the highest vibrational outcome is the Two of Wands, because this is all like about fire and stagnancy. And I've been trying to explain, probably poorly, that this Critica energy can want to just fire off, you know? They can be very brash. They know exactly what they think, and they want to just say it, and they just act, you know. Critica is the blade, and they can be quick to just kind of cut off relationships, you know. And with the Two of Wands, it talks about this fire stagnancy energy. So it's like kind of holding that back in. Again, the energy of travel. I don't know if you guys have like a vacation planned, even if this is just like a camping trip out in the middle of the woods, where you're just, you know, trying to, it's so crazy because we have like a storm rolling in, and we have a storm rolling in. Like, I don't know if you guys heard that thunder. So I'm kind of getting that like maybe a storm is coming in, but like this person's just chilling and kind of letting the storm go in, but they're not responding. This is like very meditative. So, and Critica was raised by the 7 wives of the 7 priests of the Pleiades, right? And Pleiades, this is also kind of will help maybe explain why Critica is considered malefic. It's also priestly cast, so it's an interesting energy. But the Pleiades, it's associated with the galactic anti-center, and the galactic center. This is you know, the big thing about 2012 was we were aligning with the galactic center, and opposite it, there is no point directly opposite it, but the Pleiades is pretty darn close. So it's kind of just throughout history, throughout cultures across the world, they kind of had this conversation between the galactic center of the Milky Way and the galactic anti-center, which was oftentimes shown with Pleiades. Pleiades is the group of stars that is associated with Critica. So by the way, I love to throw in knowledge, and I like to ground things in myth. If that's not your thing, this channel is probably not for you. I'm just going to be real. As a Critica sun, let me just throw that out there. So yeah, this being the highest vibrational outcome with the Two of Wands is like staying put, holding back any fiery reaction that wants to come out. Possibly detaching from the internet. It's like getting away. I feel like you guys will really be served with just kind of getting away from the rat race, because I feel like you guys have maybe this, it's either a person or a group that you're dealing with, or yourself, where it's like you feel like you got kind of swept up in this Pentacles energy of like going after your dreams, chasing your, or going after some kind of stability, some kind of career success, building up some kind of luxury. And it's like, maybe you feel like you lost a sense of spontaneity. It's knocked you off in some kind of way because you put all of your eggs in the career basket or something like that, and then it just got completely knocked off. And that's it's something that you're starting to reflect on, because I feel like ultimately what this is leading you to is some kind of more holistic understanding of success. because the sun is this Messiah energy. The sun is what centers life on our planet. Because of the sun, life exists, and it's this very healing, very life-giving energy with the Messiah here. In astrotheology, the sun is that Christ energy, which is associated with Zoroaster. This is, again, like through the myths, through the ages, this sun energy is something that a lot of spiritual texts have concerned themselves with. This Messiah energy, serving humanity, finding out a way to use whatever status, position, whatever stability you have in order to be of service. Some of you guys are realizing that, like, it sounds kind of cliche, but like having it all doesn't really mean anything unless you're helping people or unless you're sharing things, that kind of stuff. That there's no pedestal that you can get on that's going to like mean that you don't need to nurture your relationships in order to feel like whole. Because I can see that some of you guys with the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, like, you have been focused on this pentacle energy, possibly at the expense of some of your relationships, but you're starting to have this new vision for yourself. You're just kind of confused and you're scared and you're going through this deep dark night of the soul. But I think that the way that you're seeing things kind of distorted this month, Taurus, I'm just going to say it, like, you're having possibly an existential crisis and you're seeing things a little bit distorted, which is why it's telling you not to act, to try to throw yourself into a spiritual practice, which a lot of you guys probably have, and do some just like breathing and some reflecting and allowing your emotions to ebb and flow, trying to kind of just understand that, letting that be what it is. Because there's a lot of stability around you. Like, I do feel like things are pretty stable with the Ten of Pentacles. Things are really mundane, but there's also a lot of goodness there too, and you don't just want to like be a bull in a china shop about it, because again, there is some kind of distortion. You're wanting to walk away from a way of being here. Like, you just kind of feel like there's a cycle that's ending. There's a time in your life that's over. You want to turn over a new leaf. Possibly, I feel like some of you guys want to travel. You want to move away from a relationship. And that's something that you hope, but you're also a little bit afraid of. So there is a little bit of like reconciling that within yourself that's going on this month, at least the highest vibrational outcome. And the way that you lean into that is with the Six of Wands, looking at yourself and your life as a work in progress. Like, you're not done yet. You haven't, even with this Pentacle energy, because I feel like you've built something up that's very stable and very valuable, and it's something that you're very connected to in some kind of way, possibly through contracts. And some of you guys are wanting to throw some of these contracts out the window. But it's like, there is a way here. I feel like there's something that you want to do that might put you in the public eye, and people are really going to appreciate about whatever this is that you do. Because the sun ultimately, like, it's related to also like the birth of Mars, and Mars is the protector of the human race, and like the Pleiades is through myth, like they're the protector of the solar system, but they're these warrior monks. So and I love that, because you shouldn't teach someone, at least in my opinion, I think it would be a good system like that, you put someone through like basically monk school. They have to learn how to be a monk. They have to learn how to control this fire energy, right? When they can do that, which will probably take a while, that's when you teach them to fight. And that's a person that can be trusted with justice. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's a realization that you're having, is like about this more like fiery sort of a nature here. Let's just see. What can we clarify this Devil card here in the middle? I just want to clarify this really quick. Oh my gosh, the Four of Wands is the second time that it's come out. So, and the Four of Cups. Some of you guys are tied to some kind of venture, and it's becoming clear. Like I said, like, it's something that's becoming clear. I feel like you possibly got distracted. Somebody distracted you. The Falgunis, like, they can kind of trust the wrong people, and the Falgunis, I kind of think of it as like, this is the nakshatra. You don't have to have, it's their Uttara Falguni is a sun ruled nakshatra in the middle of Leo. You don't have to have that in your chart. I'm just describing energies as they're coming to me. It's just the way the cards talk to me. It's my process. So a lot of you guys, I feel like somebody was able to distract you while you were focused on family, while you were focused on like kind of living the good life. You were focused on your own endeavors or something. Possibly some of you guys had gotten like maybe taken advantage of, but that's starting to become clear. Let's just clarify this Queen of Pentacles really quick. You're having a spiritual awakening with the Seven of Cups in the long-term position. There's some like realization that you had. Somebody, like honestly, somebody might have gotten cheated on or cheated out of something here. I just feel like something's not working. Like you're realizing that something's not working and that there's been some kind of a betrayal in something that you thought was pretty stable. And possibly you're feeling like you were snowed a little bit. But like it's really helpful to remember that your life's a work in progress, that you're still on your way to some kind of success and to wear your power very gracefully. You know, like she's got her dress on here that's red and it has dragons on it. As opposed to the Queen of Wands in this deck that has like, she's riding on a dragon. So it's not like an overt display of power because like I said, Critica and this sun ruled energy can deal with power and control. So I think that basically, I think you're going to have more of a footing if you, again, wield your power gracefully, if you bow out for a second and gather information, talk to professionals, focus on your internal self, get your emotions under control, because you have to realize here that you're showing up as someone who's very confused, as someone who you're changing on the inside because of this information. It's like, it's almost like you undergo some kind of an event that you have to basically process. It's wise to process it before you take any kind of action. I hope I'm not scaring you with something. I feel like you guys are probably kind of already aware of this. Maybe it just comes to a head here in this month. Like this is such big energy and it's so pentacle-y that I can't imagine this is just like sneaking up on you out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It seems like it's like a functioning dysfunction, something that hasn't really worked for a while, and you're realizing that you possibly don't even see yourself in something anymore. So I do feel like it's almost this caterpillar turning into goo before they're becoming a butterfly. With the Seven of Cups and the Moon card, you are kind of dissolving. This is a lot of confused energy, and I feel like, but it's actually, I feel like this could be a blessing in disguise, because I feel like it's leading you. Some of you guys are going to move because of this. You're literally going to move, but I feel like you're moving away from something that's not working. And some of you guys are going to catch this before it gets too bad. Do you know what I mean? It's like with the Eight of Cups, this is about sensing that something's just not right for you anymore, and then being able to move on from it. So I feel like that's what a lot of you are. It's like the frog in the boiling water, you know, where you just slowly turn up the heat and like you kind of hardly realize it, but you're having that moment where you're like, oh, it's all of a sudden really, really hot and I need to get out. Like that kind of a thing. I feel like this is about stepping away from the rat race is kind of what I want to say, because I feel like you're realizing that you haven't been able to catch your breath and it's made you a little bit blind to something that's been going on around you. We have the Four of Cups come out again. So there's stuff that's not, I feel like, as stable as you wanted. And again, it's like possibly you've been so just distracted that you didn't realize you've missed out on like some kind of opportunities, or you weren't really seeing things clearly in the past. I mean, look at this. I feel like you guys, this has like betrayal energy on it. And I'm not trying to scare you. Again, I feel like you're going to just know about this. But with the Ten of Pentacles, and then like, look at this. It's almost like this is the gate to this house. And there's this happy family kind of going on. But then somebody was just like kind of possibly sneaking out to betray someone else. Again, this could be like at work. This could be a contract situation. But like a partner. But it's just something's breaking down that needs to break down. I think you feel like you got the short end of the stick in some kind of like a deal that possibly involved a contract. And I feel like, and more information's coming out about this. You're taking responsibility though. Like this is beautiful. You're rising up. Oh my gosh. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. You have the Sun energy. You're handling it. You're starting to boss up in a way. Because it's like, maybe you feel like you're playing catch up, but some of you guys, like I said, you're consulting some kind of a professional. So what is the advice? Let's see if we can get some advice. Eight of Cups. So you already know this because this is your hope and your fear. Like you're afraid of it a little bit, but that's what you're hopeful for, that you can walk away from this situation. this person's like kind of begging this person to stay, but I feel like, so someone might be begging you to stay, but I feel like you're this person of like, you're just turning away, you're also, there's like, it's about not being greedy and about assessing true value. That's what's like you're also realizing too. And I think you're starting to find true value in some kind of spirituality, in your own goals and the things that you want to accomplish, in experiences. You're finding that it's not about like having stuff and things and status and money and things that are very heavy and have to be insured and like weigh you down, with like, especially like with this 1985, you know, it's like, cause it's like, oh, she was going to be an actress. She was going to be a star. She was going to, you know, dance on White Snake's car. Her yellow SUV is now the enemy. Looks at her average life, nothing is all right, you know, and it's just talking about like, I feel like you want to have an adventure, you want to have a shakeup, you want to have some experiences, you know. Some of you guys literally want to travel, you want to travel away, and you're like, possibly that's something that you're going to do, is just like start to have a vision board or start to plan, like, you know, this month, like when you're trying not to blow a fuse at someone that might put you back in the long run. You're trying, like, reacquaint yourself to what experiences you want to achieve and your own, like, fire energy. You guys, the earth signs are very fiery. I'm on a mission to, like, make sure people know that, because you have Mars and the sun that rule 2 of the 3 nakshatras in the earth signs. They're hella fiery. Queen of Pentacles. So, and 7 of Wands. I feel like this is saying stand your ground. I'm just noticing that, like, you know, this guy is groveling at this person's feet. So, where it's like, I feel like there's a lot of that, where it's like somebody did you wrong. They might be trying to like pull you back into something, but I just feel like it's about letting it go, about starting over. You might have a lot of anxiety, but it's about standing your ground, you know, and being above the situation. It's about, definitely there's a ton of pulling back energy so you can move forward in the best way possible, you know. And you might, and reckon with this betrayal, honestly, because this is about just reaffirming whoever it is you are. I feel like some of you guys, like, you want to have these like fun, charismatic experiences, and you're good with being alone if that's what it requires. Some of you guys are going to do some traveling. You're over feeling like, you know, this learned helplessness. You're over feeling like oppressed. You're done with this. You're going to be done with this. You're having a realization that you don't actually have to put up with it, and that the people around you maybe haven't treated you that well. That's becoming clear, and you're deciding that you want to find your people. You know, you want to find like people that resonate with you on like a soul level, and not because of the things that you have or what you can get for them. And you want someone that's like genuine and authentic in your life. So a lot of you guys, you're just reassessing what fulfillment means for you, and you're stepping into this sun energy, and you're taking a chance. Take a chance on me. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. I think you're realizing that there's something you just weren't seeing before, that you were blinding yourself to, and you're kind of keeping it to yourself because possibly there was something you were trying to keep together. This is I feel like a strong commitment, but now you just want to like rectify something within your own self. You want to have some kind of healing. And again, you're focused on like, what is, I always like, whenever you look up at the stars, you know, you have that feeling of like wonder, you know, and oh my gosh, I can't believe what it is to be alive and how small I am. And I'm just getting that with the star card here. You want to reacquaint yourself with the magic of life again, and have just some kind of passionate, fiery new beginning where you feel fulfilled on all fronts. You just want to shake up because you're done investing in things, and I feel like you've put this off long enough, you know, and you're trusting your intuition. Some of you guys want to go somewhere, be isolated, work on something yourself, and you're just ready to cut out things in a really matter-of-fact kind of way and protect whatever it is that you're building. So kind of getting the sense that there's going to be some rough energies. But towards the end of this year, you guys, we have a Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, and I do feel like it's literally like in the December solstice. It's kind of magical. The astrology of this year, it's tough, but it ends in a kind of a magical way. So, yeah. That's what I have for you, Taurus. Hang in there. You know, try not to completely blow it in front of someone or out in public where it could actually like harm you. And I feel like, yeah, this is about reinventing yourself, reacquainting yourself to whatever you feel like is actually important. It looks like a great falling away is happening, and I do feel like maybe there's some betrayal involved. But honestly, if you just take the hit learn from it and get back up, I think you're on your way to victory here with the Six of Wands. You might feel trapped now, but you're on your way. And just look at yourself as somebody in process. And if there's a way for you to kind of get away from the rat race in some way, even again, like if it's just like going out in the woods and laying under the stars or something, I feel like you kind of thrive alone right now. So anyways, all the best to you guys, and I hope to see you again. Bye.